Good morning. Looking pretty rough, but you're used to that by now. I'm not at all concerned with this right now. I'm beginning to do the creases and touching them. I've already touched them a little bit in earlier videos, but I'm hitting them pretty heavy. I mixed up some really dark mixture, this reddish looking mixture right there, and it has thin and medium in it, and I'm using a very small brush, and we're knocking it in there. And what I'm doing is using this brush. Let me get this other leg that I'm actually working on. Using this brush to put it in the crease, and then a dry, very stiff brush to kind of brush it in and smooth it out. And that way you don't end up with any dirty looking, smudgy looking creases. I'm just barely touching, getting the smallest little teeny tiny bit on my brush. Just barely. And then lay it in the little, just laying it in the crease. Pretty heavy. And then you take the dry brush and just fade it out. And it just blends it in really nicely, and it looks good to me. Hopefully it looks good to you too. So that's where I'm at. Had a good day shopping yesterday. Got a ton of stuff for my babies, and we had a good time. Saw some people. There are two, I'm a telephone triage nurse by day, or actually it's by night. And I used to work at a VA hospital that is inpatient, more inpatient. And I was an assistant nurse manager. But stress got the best of me, and I just couldn't deal with the, I'm not management material. I'm just not. I loved the people, and I feel like they liked me well enough. We got along, and you know, I'm still friends with them, and I just couldn't deal with all that stress. So I got this telephone job at the other VA hospital in our town, and it's so much more relaxed, and I find my mental health has improved greatly. I still sound like I have asthma. I don't know, it's a deal. I'm just not able to get over this. I really think I should have gone to the doctor and got an inhaler, and I probably would have cleared this out a whole lot quicker. But I hate taking stuff, and I just don't do it unless I just have to. So I haven't. I have been sleeping with a vaporizer at night, and that seems to be helping a lot. Although it makes the room so hot, I sleep with no cover because I'm dying. But I feel like breathing is probably more important. Probably. If you listen close, you can hear Willy Wonka in the background. My husband's watching it. Oh my gosh. Cheer up, Charlie. I used to sing that song to my oldest son when he was little, and he would be, you know, be bad or mad or acting up, and I'd go, cheer up, Charlie. He would get so furious. He would get so mad because he wanted to be mad and he didn't want to be cheered up, you know. I feel that way a lot myself. Like, just let me be mad. Don't try to cheer me up. Let me wallow in it. I'm a little depressed. I get depressed at Christmas time just because I miss my grandmothers and the things we did, you know, when I was younger. And Ugh, I hate that. You know, things just can't stay the same, but you wish they could sometimes. It's not feasible. I just hope I'm making some kind of memories that my babies are going to remember and look on fondly. So I'm going to carry on with these creases, and hopefully I don't lose my eyesight staring at them. It's tough. Whew, I cannot see very well at all these days. I really need to make an eye doctor appointment. I think that would, well, I know that would improve my painting because I can't hardly see what I'm doing. But this is Kimberly's big old foot, and I think she's coming along nicely. So I'm trying. My vacation is ending and pretty soon, and I don't have these baby dolls where I wanted them, but I finally did get my decorating done in the house. So anyway, whew, what a whirlwind. I'll be back. Okay, got the creasing done on Kimberly, and she's coming along really good. There's her little face, her little ears. Shaded in there nicely, darkened it in all the right spots. Her little neck rolls. Of course, her neck rolls are absolutely nothing compared to Logan. Logan's got like 25 rolls under his chin. They're cute. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and bake this so the creases will set and I won't have to worry about messing them up on anything else I do. Although, I put quite a bit of blue in this, and I find that if you put a good deal of blue in there, it kind of stains the creases better, and it stays and takes hold a little bit easier for you. So I'm going to continue on doing this, and we're talking about going to that big place. It's called Jungle Gems. It's like a It's like a grocery store, but it's ginormous, like, I don't know, 300,000 square feet or something. I'm not sure if that's the right figure, but anyway, it's huge. And it's got, like, crazy stuff in it, just things you would just never find anywhere else. So, I mean, you could spend a whole entire day in there wandering around looking at stuff. So I think sometime while we're off, we're going to go up there and see. I think it's probably about an hour and a half away from us, maybe, something. So we'll make a day of it. Take a little trip up there and see what they got. Just see what it's about. I mean, we don't do a whole lot usually. I mean, that trip to Orlando was like, psh, we never go anywhere. So this going somewhere 1 hour away is just really pushing it for us. Unless we're visiting family. So I don't know what day we'll go, but hopefully we'll work it in. Alright, well, I'm going to continue on. I'll see you later. It's a mess right now in here because the girls were here and Candy's been destroying the place all day. But my tree is just decorated almost entirely with things that I've either made or that mean something to me. And I thought I would just show you a couple of things at the end of this video. This little guy. He's just a star that I made out of muslin. When I lived in Alaska, I sent him to my grandmother, and on the back he says I'm all the way from Alaska. But he's just a muslin star that I cut out and stuffed and then just painted him like Santa Claus. But I just love him. I think he's cute. And I put him on there every year. And my mom has one that I made her. And she made these out of my boys, some of my boys' little socks from when they were littler. And they're just tea-dyed, and I just think they're cute. They're just little things and little cinnamon sticks and stuff inside them. But I have 3 of them for my 3 boys. And these little, Kennedy, these little snowmen are also muslin and felt, cut felt out of the hat. Little black felt hat sewed on there, and they've got just a little bit of stuffing in them. They're thin. Some plaid fabric tied around, and this is aquarium gravel that I painted. And then of course they've got little stick arms, and I just sewed his little mouth And his nose is also a piece of aquarium gravel. So, I think I got something on my lens. Okay, that's better. And then these little dudes are made from an old-time light bulb. Well, not old-time, but most people don't use this kind anymore. There's another one. I've got several of those. It's just a light bulb turned upside down, and then it's painted with some glittery white paint, some glitter on there, and a little Santa face. But just glue a hanger to the top, and they're pretty cute. A little tiny angel, just made out of an old quilt and a piece of lace. Pretty simple. This is just a little muslin sack tied with some plaid fabric, and I've got a Santa Claus stenciled on the front. Just simple stuff, but I love it. Little teeny tiny angel. I love muslin. She's muslin. I've got jute braided and glued across the top of her head, and then just a little teeny tiny heart and simple little teeny face and a little heart on the back for her wings. So I won't go over the whole tree, but I just thought you might be interested to see the kind of things we use to decorate. These are new this year just because I decided to use purple, so I got these glittery purple stars and just made a big purple bow to go on top, which seems to be pretty crooked at the moment. So there you go. My husband's brother got all my boys one of these whenever they were born. Well, at least their birth year on Christmas. Visit from St. Nicholas, and it's like a reproduction of the original. And it's just so sweet and precious, and I hang them on the tree every year. So I hope y'all are having a Merry Christmas season so far, and I'm gonna go, and I'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.